Welcome to the Mortgage Podcast, where we give tactics, strategies, and inspiration to get you to 10 plus loans per month. We talk a lot about how to make a ton of money in mortgage while also being happy and thriving in your personal life. If you want to be a mortgage millionaire, you're in the right place.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sales Superstars, Chapter 5 of the book Dare to Sell, written by Todd Scrima and read by Todd Scrima. This chapter is called Meeting Yoda. Lauren logged into a Zoom a minute early, nervous, humming beneath her excitement. Todd's face appeared on the screen. His expression was warm and confident, like a man who delivered this talk thousands of times. "Hi, Lauren. I've heard great things about you. How's Mark feeling about Jim's assignment?" She blinked. How did he know my husband's name? "It's been amazing. I met 5 new referral accounts this week, and I already have follow-up meetings scheduled. It's been very eye-opening." Todd leaned back and smiled. "I love to hear that. You're doing the work, which means you've already ahead of most people. You know, when I was your age, I didn't have a clue about marketing and sales strategy. I grew up dirt poor on a family farm. Hard work was all I ever knew." Lauren leaned in. "Really? What changed?" "My mom," Todd said, his voice thick with emotion. "She went back to school when I was 43 years old to become a nurse. Imagine raising 4 kids, working on a family farm, and studying for hours every single day. She made it happen. When she walked across that stage at graduation, it was one of the proudest moments of my life. It taught me that learning changes everything. And that's why I built the Jolt process, because when you know better, you do better." He let that sink in for a moment before continuing. "Over the last 24 years, we've developed what we call the Jolt 10 plus proven process, a system for marketing and sales that transforms careers. Lauren, what's your vision for your business over the next 5 years?" She hesitated. "I'm not really sure I have one." "That's the problem," Todd said, his tone firm but kind. "Without a clear vision, you can't move forward. Loan officers today have 3 options: get out, keep struggling, or learn new skills. I want you to choose door number 3. "I do too," she admitted, "but I don't know where to start." "Well, that's why I created Jolt. Most loan officers try everything themselves: marketing, branding, prospecting, sales calls, but it's not possible. Think of a pharmaceutical sales rep. Do they handle all the marketing? Build their own databases, design the ads? No," Lauren said, shaking her head. "They just go meet with doctors." "Exactly," Todd said. "Loan officers should be doing the same, meeting with referral partners, consulting with their clients, and closing deals. But instead, they're drowning in busy work. That's where Jolt comes in. We handle the marketing, automated outreach, streamline the sales process so you can focus on what actually makes you money." Lauren exhaled. "That sounds amazing. But is it really possible?" Todd smiled widen. "It is. That's how Chris Clark is closing so many loans. It's not personality, it's process. With Jolt, you get mass marketing, coaching, and a community of top performers who push each other to the next level. Imagine going from $10,000 a month to $50,000 a month in 3 years. What would that do for you?" Her stomach flipped. It would be incredible. Not only would you feel amazing, but you could build real wealth." Todd continued. "If you save $10,000 a month, in 20 years, you'd have $7.8 million plus a paid off home worth $2 million. That's nearly $10 million in net worth, providing about $390,000 a year at a 5% depletion rate during retirement." Lauren let out a slow breath. Wow. "Do you really think I could do that?" "Absolutely," Todd said. "It's about the process, coaching, and the right tools. But to get there, you'll have to make a tough choice. You'll have to leave your current team and join a new one." She stiffened. That's hard. 2 of my best friends work there." "They'll remain your friends," Todd said. "Your duty is to your family first. At Summit Funding, we coach you, we handle your marketing, and we process your loans as a team. Together, we'll help you achieve your vision of doing 10 or more loans every single month, help you achieve financial freedom, and even a 4-day work week within 5 years." "Really? Is that even possible?" she asked, her voice tinged with hope and doubt. Todd chuckled. "Listen, Anything is possible if you work at it long enough. Do you want to proceed? Lauren swallowed hard. Yeah, but I'm nervous. Great. I'll have my assistant set up the rest of the remaining interviews. She hesitated. Interviews? You won't just hire me? I mean, I'm already top 20% producer at my company. Todd shook his head. No, Lauren. This process requires significant effort, time, and commitment. We're very selective about who we invest in. Typically, only 10% of candidates make it past this stage. 10%? Really? Lauren's eyes widened. Really. We practice what we preach. Only 1 out of 5 loan officers has the personality and the grit to follow through. Everyone wants to make a lot of money, but a few are willing to do what it takes. Her stomach clenched, but not in fear this time. It was determination. Okay, I would love to move forward. Todd nodded. How about next Tuesday at 3 o'clock for a meeting with one of our top loan officers, David Cameron? That works, Lauren said, already marking it down. Todd tapped on his phone. I just texted you the calendar link. Dave's based in Eugene, Oregon, so the meeting will be on Zoom. He's one of our smartest coaches. You'll love him. Take notes. He is brilliant. Lauren took a deep breath. This was happening. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. Todd's expression softened. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it. This chapter, this is the bonus material. This chapter is a short chapter, but I want you to realize a couple things. Number one of the main things that Todd was doing is giving her a vision. And without a vision of where we want to go, it would be like going on a road trip without Google Maps. We wouldn't know where to turn. We wouldn't know how to get there. We'd just be guessing. And most of you are guessing. You don't know where you're going because you've never created your own roadmap. You've never created the vision. The vision doesn't have to be super complicated, but we have to know what you want, what you deeply desire. And if you don't have those things, I would suggest that you probably shouldn't be in sales in the first place. And I don't mean that as rude as it sounds. It's simply a statement. If someone wants to go to work and just work every day and have a fun team and all that, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to be in sales, you're going to need more self-direction because that's what's required. And so Todd is giving her a vision. He's also testing her a little bit. He's point blank asked, do you want to proceed? And then he used a little bit of scarcity and said, hey, we don't hire that many loan officers. You know, sometimes when people ask me and I tell them, hey, we hire 3 loan officers a month, that's it. They're like, what are you talking about? I would rather hire less people and pour more into them. Now, the other thing that this chapter talks about is the whole Jolt process. And that's something that I designed with the project team over the course of 3 years. I took 21 years of coaching people and redesigned everything. And here's the main thing that I learned, and this is super simplified, but I learned that most salespeople will never make enough calls to get enough appointments to grow their business on purpose. Most people will do just enough to just get by because they're scared to make the calls. So we just make the calls for you, hundreds of them a month, so that you can get a certain amount of appointments. And then once you're on the appointment and you know from the previous chapter what to say when you're in front of the first prospect that you meet, and you know how that 2-step close works, that's the whole magic. People spend so much time making sales so complicated. I can't tell you. It's not complicated. We're literally talking about outsourcing a lot of our front end stuff, having someone else do all the social media, having someone else do all the calls, having someone else do all the database stuff so that you can focus on what makes you money. Now, it's a foreign concept to a lot of businesses. Then there's other businesses who have this down pat. They know exactly how this works, and therefore their industry does a lot better. But man, a lot of industries really struggle with this. So short chapter, there is some storytelling in there. As you can tell from Todd's story, there is process, there is challenge, and there is vision creation. And if you stop and think about this, or maybe even reread it, it's just a short chapter, the stuff will start to sink in. I want the story to become your reality. That's the whole point. This is not a book of motivation. It's a roadmap on how to create change of positivity so that we enjoy our lives more, not just make more money. It is fun to win. It is fun to do these things. And what is the old saying? Sometimes I say, hey, if you get out of bed on Saturday to do it, or you would do it for free, or ideas like that, you're doing it right. Like, you enjoy it. It's fun. And some people go through the sales career and they just don't have as much fun. So whether you're new, whether you're more experienced, I hope that you're starting to see you can always have a lot of fun in the sales career. That's the whole point. Now, it means we have to do some things different. We have to learn some new skills, and we have to execute. And if we just do those things, we are going to do so much better. We're going to stop wasting a lot of time in our lives that we just don't feel great about. And I think that is a gift that I intend to give you through the rest of this. Now, stay tuned for chapter 6. It's a bit of a in-your-face nail biter, and it's kind of hard to even read. So stay tuned to chapter 6.